wake up in fear lummox every day of my life, every day of my life. Hello. What's up with your cam? I feel like this is more, like for these type of games, I feel like this is more professional looking. Ooh. Oh. Where'd he come from? That's makeable, because you can jump 3 blocks. Lorenzo, man. The thing with like people like Wings007 is they don't give a fuck about what I've actually done or anything like that. They just want to hate you, right? And you can't change people that actually want to hate you. Kelly's calling. Yes, baby girl, I'm streaming.
What you doing?
Streaming.
Oh, sorry. At some point, can you look at the scale that's on top of the fridge and tell me what batteries it takes?
Yes.
It doesn't have to be now. All right, love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
I want to do a video about the Hasan thing, right? Like Hasan Piker saying that streaming is more soul-sucking than like a regular job. That's an interesting take. That's a very interesting take. Again, like Hasan Piker, a guy who makes millions of fucking dollars, complains that streaming is soul-sucking. Like, if anybody should be able to complain that streaming is soul-sucking, it's me or Darkside Phil. And I'm not trying to say like we live in this exclusive fucking club, right? But I used to work a job in a steel foundry, right? And that steel foundry job, to this day, I still get nightmares from. And I don't get nightmares from streaming at all, right? Like, the biggest thing I worry about streaming is never growing, right? Because like anytime I play a game that's not Call of Duty or like some popular drama, I barely get 200 viewers for the most part. And to me, that makes me feel like I'm not entertaining and all this other shit that's like mentally in my back of my head and stuff like that. But for the vast majority of the problem is like I never have nightmares about streaming. There's a lot of days I don't like it, right? And but that goes from like all the disadvantages I have versus other streamers. Like I feel like the whole game is rigged against me for the most part, because any tool that other streamers get access to, I can't have access to it, right? People handing out free fucking money for shouting out some stupid ass mobile game, I don't get that free money, right? Like I got to play the game on hard mode. Why? Because people are fucking sick in the head, right? People want to make shit up about you and all this other shit. But Hasan, who makes my entire salary for the month, probably every single day of his fucking life, right? Like, he makes what I make from streaming all month, YouTube ads, and lolcow in one session of streaming. And you want to say that streaming is soul-sucking. I understand where you're coming from. You're burned out. Streaming is streaming can give you social fatigue, right? Like for the most part, like it's so hard to be sociable for like 2 or 3 hours at a time. And guys that do it for like 12 hours, I couldn't imagine, right? And that's the reason like I'm silent all the time, where I try to bring people into the games, because it helps me fill the dead air, having people to talk to and not be responsible for talking the entire 3 fucking hours. So to say that soul sucking is not like one, you don't have to go anywhere, right? Like you don't have a schedule that you got to adhere to. You don't have to really do anything. All you got to really do is show the fuck up. There's super low overhead. You can sleep in, You can take a bath when you want to. Like your whole day is dictated by you. You're your boss. I can tell you right now, Hasan Piker has never in his life looked at 1,300 degrees Celsius and had to take a 75-pound pole and beat stalactite out of an inlet. Never in his life has he ever do that. Hasan Piker has never been tired as fuck, feet hurting, having to climb 3 flights of stairs 6 times in a row because he fucked up a silicon bag. Hasan Piker has never had to carry 200 pounds worth of iron up 3 flights of stairs. He's never experienced taking a break as getting on the forklift and taking the trash out, right? Hasan Piker's never ate a fucking cold sandwich out of a drink machine as his fucking dinner 6 hours into a 12-hour shift, right? He lives a life of privilege. There's nothing to do with streaming, and this is coming from a guy who's had rifles pointed in his face. I've had people threaten to attack me. I've had drill sergeants come to my house thinking I'm going to harm their children, ready to fight me, right? I've had a much harder life than Hasan has on stream and don't get paid nearly the same level that he does, right? And it never, one time in my life, if I laid my head down on my pillow next to my beautiful wife and had a nightmare about streaming. But I tell you, I've had a nightmare about that fucking steel mill. 72 hours a week, 12-hour days, waking up at 22 years old feeling like you're 50. That is nightmare fuel, right? The way somebody will eat you up and spit you out, and if you have a heart attack on the factory floor, your job posting will be up before your obituary. That is soul sucking. Soul sucking is being a sous chef, doing 12-hour days in a hot kitchen. It's not sitting here talking about politics in front of a fucking stream. Soul sucking is cleaning the fucking garbage can and having to go down there and get the wet paper and shit out the bottom, because if you don't, you're going to get fired. And if you get fired, you can't fucking eat, or you can't support your kid, or you can't put gas in your car. Soul sucking is wondering if your car will make it through the winter without your battery dying, and because there's $200 you don't fucking have. That's what soul sucking is. Soul sucking is not being a fucking Silicon Valley fucking asshole that wants to claim that streaming is his hard fucking job. No way, shape, and form. People look at me because they look at it like I lead the easy life. And yeah, I do. And I designed it that way. I wanted a job I didn't have to set an alarm clock for. I wanted a job to go around having to do all these things. I hated fucking working regular jobs. I would go so far and say that if you hugged me for too long when I was a young man, I would break down and cry on your shoulder because I was that broken from it. And this was one of the worst takes I've ever seen in my life. Hasan Piker, I'm going to say this right now, man. For that take, you should donate to charity. Donate to some type of charity. I mean, yeah, it sucks to sit there fucking, basically live off donations and begging to make minimum wage. But I'd rather do that than make $80,000 a year and have somebody else dictate when I can fucking shit. But that's me. That's who I am as a person. I would like to make more money. Like, if I had my way, I'd make like $300, $400 a day. But, I don't get my way. And life's not fair and the world is mean. No, I didn't stream yesterday because I hung out with Kelly. Like, it's been a very slow month, and like it's one of those months where it's like it's gonna be a very slow month. Like, so I might as well enjoy it and take a day off here and there. Yeah, my first time using a crop webcam. I just learned how to do it. I've been trying to improve the stream. Hey, we want to ask you, why don't you upload long form videos anymore? I believe long form and doing live stream would help you grow faster. A lot of it is laziness. Like I was in like what I need to do is like that Hasan Piker video, but like here's the thought process behind a lot of it, right? I was talking to Kelly about it this morning because me and Kelly went out and did some shopping at Walmart, and I was talking about how I wanted to do this Hasan Piker video, but I didn't know if I should do it with like Call of Duty content in the background or do it sitting at my desk. And Kelly said if I did it sitting at my desk, I needed to splice something in, maybe like Hasan's video. And then we started talking about like what happens if the trolls pretend to be Hasan and start striking my video, or Hasan tries to strike the video, even though it would fall under fair use. And like, do I take the hit and just get it out of the way and then fight it and have YouTube step in and like start seeing things happen? You know, if that's something that happens, if they decide to strike a video like that because I used the clip that Hasan put out. Do I splice in things and pictures and stuff like that, or do I just sit here and just talk? Because I feel like sitting here and just talking is a boring video, even if the content itself is intriguing. And this is what ends up happening to me. I end up talking myself out of it. I am lost. I kind of lost the desire to play Tomb Raider right now. Looks like this stream's getting deleted.